precept. Willfulness and skill in that space to bring the book to an end and set it forth for them also, which in a strange country, America, which in a strange country are willing to learn, being prepared before in manners to live after the law. That's why do you think we got beards on our faces, man? Among other things.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 28, verse 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? And this is one thing that you guys out there that call yourself teachers, that have come up, through One West, or through teachers of One West, that you can't seem to get, you can't seem to grasp. You're trying to teach everybody. Look, this is not for everybody.
That shows you that they're unlearned. If you're trying to wake up all Israelites, as many Israelites as you can, you don't understand this book, man. You need to go home and shut the hell up, man, and watch GMS videos. Watch the apostles.
It says, whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? There's a distinction there. The prophet Isaiah, through the Spirit of the Lord, is saying, who is the Lord going to teach knowledge, and who is it going to make to understand the doctrine of these scriptures? It says, them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. Meaning what? You have to go through a certain discipline. You have to be chosen to accept these things. And then when you're chosen, the Lord takes you through a process of being a child. From the time that a child is born, to suck the breast of his mother's milk, that's the way you have to suck these scriptures.
And all these guys are sucking on their mama's titties, man, thinking that they grown as men. From Nate on down.
That's right. And that's the process of learning. See, when you come into this thing, you have to become reborn. That's what Yahushua told Nicodemus. And Nicodemus, being a master in the scriptures, he really didn't understand that simple concept that Yahushua was telling him. That not that you have to be born again physically, but you have to be born again spiritually. You have to put off everything that you learned, and you have to learn all over again. And that's what a lot of you guys are not doing. See, you guys, it's because you're not part of the elect. You guys think that you come into this thing and you bring your whole baggage bullshit with you, and then you could add it into the scriptures and teach a whole doctrine based off the shit that you have.
Yeah, like the giving out of free food, government cheese and all that, government this and government that. That's not scriptural, man. If we went to one of them weigh-ins with the black unconscious community, and some woman jumping, because always a woman jump up, when you gonna help the community? What about the community? Ain't you giving food? I said, only thing we got for the community is the truth. And we're not even dealing with the whole community, man. We're just dealing with elements within the community. If they are of the elect. If they're not of the elect, then that community is going to be destroyed.
That's right, because the bottom, see, you have to understand, man, the Lord has an elect. Get that word through your mind. Elect, 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 elect. That's it. If you don't understand that, when you read the Bible, when you read the scriptures, if your mind is really in tune with the scriptures, every time you read the scriptures, you always read about the elect. You always read about those that are blinded. You always read about the elect. You have Israelites during the time of Yahushua. You had all kind of Israelites that had the Bible with them. But not all of them were elect. That's why he only chose 12. And out of those 12, he chose other men to follow him to teach the right way. But you had many men before that learned the scriptures, but not all of them were part of the elect. Only a handful of them. And that's what you have to really get into the back of your mind, is that this thing is only about the elect. So it says, for precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little. Because when you read the Bible, you read the Bible at your leisure, at your reading time, your scholarly time. But when you break the scriptures down and explain it, you get a little part here in the book of Isaiah, a little part over there in the book of Micah or in the New Testament. Because the Bible is not to be read from cover to cover as a Harlequin novel to break it down. I mean, you could do it. You could read it like that if you want to for historical purposes. But when you're breaking the scriptures down and you're breaking these precepts down, you got to jump from one book to another book. And you could jump in the same book, but different chapters. And that's why a lot of people don't really understand it, because they don't understand the puzzle, because it's not given to them, because they're not part of the elect. And that's the whole concept of it. It says, for with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people. Now, the elder Apostle Tahar broke this down a while back ago, that the part where it says stammering lips, it does mean, to fumble in your words sometimes, but it also means to be, to
make mockery of people.
Right.
We out there, we be acting silly and we do skits and all that. That's what that means, man.
Hey, you know what?
We don't act like proper. Yes, and read that scripture, brother. Parade rest. We come out there. Sometimes we come out there clowning, man. Sometimes we come out raw. Sometimes we snap on people. Sometimes we curse. All right, that's what that word means. Go into that word.
No, because see, the world, they like that prestige. Why? Because that's something that was painted to them. You speak with proper verbiage, as they say. But the hell with all that, man. As long as you speak in plain, the truth is plain. Why are you going to try to make it complicated? The truth is plain. Speak plain words to the people so that people can understand. Why do you think Paul said?
Relate to the people. Relate to the people. Like I'm going to use Polite. Polite uses these concepts and these big words that he knows good and fucking well that he's going over the people's head, and they're amazed at that. But they don't know what the hell he's talking about. We deal with common. Well, Malcolm was good for that. Malcolm was a common person, man. Yahweh Shai was common. He made the people understand what he was talking about, man.
That's the key. Paul said this. He said, matter of fact, let me just get there real quick, so I can. You got it. Bring that out. Give the brother the mic. I'll give the elder the mic.
1 Corinthians 2:1. And I, brethren, when I came to you, came not with excellency of speech or of wisdom, declaring unto you the testimony of the Most High. Verse 4. And my speech and my preaching was not with enticing words of man's wisdom, but in demonstration of the Spirit and of power.
Right, because you people like that. You like that $1 million presentation. This thing ain't about that. This thing ain't about that $1 million presentation. This thing is about the truth, and the truth is base plain. You know how you see a derelict in a corner somewhere, and there's no thing. You don't think in your mind, he's a scholar, or he's a physician, or some type of rocket scientist. You see him for what he really is.
Dealing with. That's who the Lord is dealing. They showed you that in the first Matrix, you dummy. Remember when Neo was looking for the truth and he had to go before the Oracle? And who was it, man? He went before that little bald-headed kid, bending the goddamn spoon. And he went before this East Indian kid. Then he went into the damn the kitchen. It was a nigger woman in the projects. He went to the projects. It was a nigger woman cooking cookies and smoking a damn Newport 100, talking shit.
Yep.
And she was the one that was the Oracle, man. You niggas, you don't get it. Like my man said, Charlie C. You said in Platoon, you don't get it. You just don't get it.
This thing is plain.
I get some more here for you.
Okay. Go ahead, brother.
Okay. 1 Corinthians 2, continuing verse 5 on down. It says, I'm going to read 4 again. And my speech and my preaching was not with enticing words of man's wisdom, but in demonstration of the Spirit and power, that your faith should not stand.
What's the demonstration? The fact that we going out there on the highways and the byways. It's getting cold, and we're going to have to deal with that cold.
Right.
Now, when it gets brick cold, we might not be out there all day, We might not be out there all day. The young brothers come out at a certain time. The apostles come out after. You know what I'm saying? But you know, sometimes I said, look, brother, y'all don't have to come out that early, man. You know, you'll come out at a certain time, and we get out there, it's too cold. Okay, look, brother, we did the work, we out of here, man. But we put out that vibration, man. We put out, now if it's a brick cold, you know, if it's what do you call that when your fingers fall off, frostbite cold, we ain't gonna go out, man. Okay?
Brick cold will go out, but not
Yeah, brick cold will go out, but frostbite cold we don't have to go out. And the most we haven't encountered